Welcome everyone to a light and learning field trip. Today we are going to ride that. And what is that? It is the Duquesne Incline in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Are you ready? Let's go. The Duquesne Incline might look like an amusement park ride, but it is actually a mode of transportation. Pittsburgh is a very hilly city. Factories and other companies were located near the river at the bottom, and neighborhoods were located on the hillsides or at the top. So in the late 1800s or early 1900s, before cars were mass produced, people needed an efficient way to get from the top of Mount Washington to the bottom. So, you could use the good old shoe leather express, otherwise known as walking, or use what's known in Pittsburgh as city steps. And I'm sure you could see why at one time Pittsburgh had close to 24 inclines, but now only the Monongahela Incline and the Duquesne Incline are left. They're all part of the Pittsburgh Regional Transit System, which also includes the light rail and the city bus. Since the inclines are historical landmarks, lots of visitors enjoy riding them as well. So this is the Duquesne Incline station at the bottom of the mountain, and we could take a look at all the architectural features there. And if we peek through the window here of the door, we could see the incline car coming to a stop outside. And it works like an elevator. The people inside have to get out first, and then we can get on, look up the window, and see the track. That's a 30-degree angle. Also a 58% grade. In other words, it's pretty steep. The cars themselves were made in Philadelphia in the early 1900s, and they seat about 18 passengers. Once the car starts moving, we can hear all of the sounds the incline makes as it takes us up the hill. We can also peek through the window through the incline tracks at the railroad tracks below. Our car is moving on 4 steel wheels on the steel rails that you can see here out the window, which are about 5 feet apart. We're moving about 4 miles an hour, and the bottom to top distance is approximately 800 feet. If you look up the tracks to the right, you'll see the other car coming down on the tracks next to us. The 2 cars work on a pulley system. One goes down while the other goes up. We are being pulled by wire rope cables. So we're going to speed ahead here just a little bit for fun, making the video go a little bit faster until we get close to passing the other car. I think it's always fun to pass the other car, turn and wave at the people who are traveling down the track as you're traveling up. And here we go, a little bit more sped up, traveling up the tracks there. We realize too, look out the window, those are the tops of trees that we're looking at. That's how high up we are in the air. And if you look to the right, you can see an observation deck. We'll be there in just a moment, but first we need to pull into the station. Now once you reach the station, it goes very slowly until it tucks you in there safely and you can get out to do some exploring. First, we'll view the beautiful city of Pittsburgh from the observation deck, where we can also see the incline car we were just on going back down the mountain. The river farthest away is the Allegheny. The one closest is the Monongahela. Together they form the Ohio. The Duquesne Incline station at the top of Mount Washington also has a small museum where you could see old photographs and other information about its history. Downstairs, there's a place to view the tools that have been used to keep this machinery running through the years and actually see the machinery as it is working. There's a self-guided tour with numbers and letters and information if you are interested. Now we're going to peek out the window at this car getting ready to go back down the hill. You can see that area underneath. That used to be used for luggage, but it is no longer used for that at this time. We are going to return down the hill as well. So here we are in our incline car. We are on the opposite side of the track. We'll speed that up a little bit there. If we look straight out of the car, we can see the North Shore and the sports stadiums and the Science Center. Now the other car, there it is, passing us on the way up. And again, we're looking at the Allegheny River and the Monongahela River coming together at Point State Park there to form the Ohio River. The yellow bridge we see that's closest to us, that's the Fort Pitt Bridge. It's a great view, a great way to enter the city of Pittsburgh. And here we are looking down again at the train tracks, and that is East Carson Street where the cars are. Now our car, our Duquesne Incline car, is pulling into the station. Again, it'll slow down to make sure that we can exit our car safely. And as we get out, we'll take one more peek at the car itself and look at those steep tracks and think, oh my gosh, we were just up there. So thank you for visiting Light and Learning today. I hope you enjoyed riding the Duquesne Incline. As always, I would really appreciate it if you could like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by today. Bye!